This video is the walkthrough for the summative assessment review for Standard 3. On the first problem, you're going to use triangle sum theorem. You're going to take 11x minus 7 plus 7x plus 1 plus 9x minus 3 equal to 180. 11x, 7x, and 9x become 27x. Negative 7 plus 1 is negative 6. Minus 3 is a negative 9. Equals 180. Plus 9 plus 9. 27x equals 189. Divide by 27. Oh, shoot. On Desmos, 189 divided by 27 gives you the answer 7. So x equals 7, which is one of the answers at the bottom. So with that, if I plug that in, I need to find the measure of each angle. So 7 times 7 is 49. 49 plus 1, so this is 50. 7 times 9 is 63. 63 minus 3 is 60. 7 times 7 is 7 times 11 is 77. Minus 7 is 70. All those are less than 90, so this is acute. And since they're all different numbers, this is scaling. Alright, number 2. Find the value of x. This is the exterior angle theorem. I take my finger and I put my finger on the adjacent angle to my exterior angle, and I see that I have two angles not touching. Those two angles not touching add up to equal this exterior angle. So I'm going to take 3x plus 2 plus 130 equal to 24x plus 6 minus 3x minus 3x minus 6 minus 6. This is 132 minus 6, which gives me 126 equals 21x. Divide by 21. X equals 6. So what I'll do is I will double check, but due to this angle here being 130, I do know that my angle is classified by obtuse because that angle is greater than 90. If I plug 6 in to 3x plus 2, 3x plus 2 is, or 3 times x is 3 times 6, which is 18, which gives you 20. Because 18 plus 2 is 20. 130, 20 gives me 150, which means this angle over here is 30 degrees. Since those two angles are not the same, that makes this also scaling. Number 3. Looking at my side lengths, this is 2, 2, and 2. Since those are all the same, this is automatically equilateral. And if my triangle is equilateral, I automatically know that this is equiangular. With knowing that is equiangular, that means each angle is equal to 60 degrees. So I'm going to take 7x minus 10 equal to 60. Plus 10 plus 10. 7x equals 70. Divide by 7, divide by 7, x equals 10. Number 4. Based on this congruent marking and this congruent marking, the angles opposite are congruent. So I know that this is isosceles because two sides are congruent. Because of this 90-degree angle that is given to me right off the bat, I do know that this is right. If not, I'd find x and plug it back in to double check. So once again, since these two sides are congruent, that means this length over here is also 4x plus 1. So I have 4x plus 1 twice times 2 plus 90 equals 180. So 8x plus 2 plus 90 equals 180. 8x plus 92 equals 180. Minus 92 from both sides. 8x equals 88. Divide by 8. X equals 11. Also, you can work with these angles with what you know. So if you know that 90 degrees is used up, so you have 90 plus 2x equals 180. That means 90 equals 2x, divide by 2, x equals 45. You can take this 45 degrees and this 4x plus 1 and say 4x plus 1 equals 45 and solve that way and get the same answer. Number 5. Now, this problem is a little bit more tricky just based on what you're looking at, so we're going to look at triangles. This triangle right here that is marked in green has two congruent marks, meaning that the angles opposite, which are the 5x plus 5 and the 7x minus 19, those get set equal to each other. So now that you know that's 12, you can work on it a few different ways. I'm going to clean out my picture. So if you plug 12 in to either case, this becomes 65 and this is 65. I love exterior angle theorem because of the fact that this angle over here equals the sum of these two, so I know that this is 130 degrees. If not, you must use triangle sum theorem and work backwards with this being 65, this being 65, so this is 50. So if this angle right here is 50, then this angle has to be 130 because of linear pair theorem. But essentially what that does is it opens up this triangle where this is 130, these are marked congruent, and this is 4y minus 3. So what that does is it leaves you with 50 degrees because these two angles that are the same, 4y minus 3, must add up to equal 50. So you can do 2 times 4y minus 3 equals 50. You can do 2 times 4y minus 3 plus 130 equals 180. Either way, you're going to come up to equaling 4y minus 3 equals 25. Or, longer way, 8y minus 6 equals 50, which gets you to the same thing. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. I get 4y equals 28. Divide both sides by 4. Y equals 7. If you did it the long way with the triangle sum theorem, you would get 2 times everything, which would give you 8y minus 6 equals 50, plus 6 plus 6. 8y equals 56. Divide by 8. Y equals 7.